Alright.
Commander, we've been hit by one of those space anomalies.
Buddy?
And the piloting system is down.
Buddy?
The astrogator's gears are shot!
Get a hold of yourself. You're an Earth Directorate agent.
Affirmative, Commander. What are the orders?
Brace for impact.
Unable to brace for impact.
Is it the end for Commander Zane and Buddy? Tune in next week to find out.
From one side of the galaxy to the next, the Earth Directorate is on your side. Whether against corrupt corporations, tyrannical governments, or corrupt corporations in league with tyrannical governments, the Earth Directorate is here to fight for the rights of all colonists.
Damn.
So remember, if you or your neighbor's government has turned tyrannical or sold themselves out to greedy corporate interests, just commandeer a skip drone and send the Earth Directorate an SOS, and we will respond immediately.
Please allow 6 months to 10 years, depending on your proximity to the nearest Earth Directorate base and any unforeseen encounters.
Okay. Dépêchons-moi.
charge of the mission? And how did this happen? What? We're recording. Make sure we edit that out. Commander, the reason your instructions have been kept vague until now is that your mission is not only of extreme importance, it is also highly sensitive. Your destination is the source of all skip drive manufacturing, the Arcadian system. However, for reasons that are far above any classification that you qualify for, this colony is outside our jurisdiction. We have recently discovered that the drives are somehow responsible for the dangerous rift anomalies, the tears in the fabric of space itself. And without skip drives, interstellar travel is impossible. No imported snacks, no aether wave cereals, no survival for the colonies. Your mission is to rendezvous with DeVries, our forward agent, and assist her in retrieving the information needed to determine exactly how the skip drives caused the rift anomalies. But please try to be more discreet than usual, because if you or any member of your team are captured, you will be on your own. There will be no rescue. We cannot afford for this to turn into yet another intergalactic incident. Agent DeVries will be contacting you shortly to coordinate your plan of action. Please follow it for once, will you? Look, let's be honest here. You somehow managed to fumble your way through these things successfully. Let's just hope you're able to pull it off one more time.
Lovely shit.
Commander, Agent Pascal told me to bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these newfangled ones cause no, that ain't right. 10.25% less brain damage than the old ones.
Nice.
Yeah, impressive, huh? Way it seems to make everything move slower still feels a little weird to me, but they tell me I'll get used to it. They say the way it works is like, well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long? It kind of does the same thing. Didn't I just say? But this way, you don't have to risk extended hibernation. That can kill you, you know. The lab coats swear this way's perfectly safe. Science is amazing, ain't it? Listen to me, rambling on. So, well, anyway, here you go. Look, Commander, truth be told, I asked to deliver it to you. I was just hoping to get a moment to ask you for a pointer or two, you know, on how to be a great agent like yourself. Because, well, you're a legend.
I'm a legend.
And the other agents, boy. Well, let's just say they disagree on just how I should go about it. Because you all know so much more than me, and I don't want to mess things up. Pascal likes to joke around about everything. But I like it when she says it's all about looking out for those who can't defend themselves. But Sandoval, he laughs at that. Says we gotta save people because they're too stupid to save themselves. And that we got righteousness on our side. Yeah, there's some advice worth taking to heart. Anyway, thanks for giving me the time of day. Most superiors wouldn't. Oh, I almost plumb forgot to tell you. It's near time for Agent DeVries to establish contact. She's like you, top tier, one of the Earth Directorate's best. I know you'll like her. Anyway, we ought to be getting down to the main room and open up the channel. Call should come through at the console.
They can. Sealed.
Whoa, that's sure faster than taking the stairs.
To open the channel to start the meeting with Agent DeVries, please proceed to the table.
I'll explore a little bit.
Commander, considering the danger and consequence of the mission we're about to undertake, I hope you'll forgive the lack of pleasantries. Arcadia is ruled by a dictatorship that calls itself the Protectorate. They are beyond secretive. However, it is their inability to even imagine that someone could infiltrate their system that has given us an advantage. One I've found a way to exploit spectacularly. As unbelievable as it may sound, once you make your way to my location in the Skip Labs, we will be liberating an unsealed Skip core. You ever heard of anyone trying to unseal one of them and living to speak of it? And the story about the explosive seals being necessary to complete the circuit so they'll function? Well, it's a lie. The seals are just there to conceal the inner workings of the drive so no one else can duplicate them. Examining an unsealed one will be invaluable in helping our lab coats figure out how they cause the rifts. But you'll first need to make your way to the station proper from the landing pad. Hopefully none. Our mission's timing is fortuitous. Most of the sector's security was reassigned to the far side of the station in preparation for the imminent visit of their sovereign's family. They decommissioned several landing pads, including ours, to give them fewer points of entry to guard, giving us fewer chances to be intercepted. You'll just need to reroute power to open the door to the sector once you've landed. Once you gain access to the sector, you'll need to shut down their communications to keep them from alerting anyone to our presence. Then, you'll need to handle their combat mechs.
Whew.
I've managed to leave caches of tools and intel for you throughout the sector. I'd take advantage of all of them, were I you. This may sound simple, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not underestimate the danger we face.
Come on, Agent. Haven't you heard? We're the best and brightest. We infiltrate corrupt governments before breakfast most days.
Do you think this is some kind of joke? The Protectorate are the worst of the worst and will not hesitate to string you up if you're caught, if you're lucky. They think nothing of regularly chemically lobotomizing their own subjects for even the slightest error. Your life isn't the only one at risk here. Don't tell me to calm down. You know what I've sacrificed? What I'm prepared to sacrifice still? I've spent the better part of a year laying the groundwork for this mission. I don't need a team led by some confused fool more suited to running a cash register than a secret mission fouling it up. Yes, of course. You were in command here. I apologize if I allowed my nerves to get the better of me. It will not happen again. I promise you. I need to go now. My absence will be noticed soon. Once you land, I'll patch in over comms and guide you through the sector.
Augustine! Agent DeVries. I just wanted to say we're all looking forward to working with you.
Who? Niles? Is that you? Law, what are you doing here? It's been so long.
I'm an agent. First assignment. Suppose I look a mite different now. Less grease. Oh, and no more smelling like fuel neither. Most days. Can't wait to see you once this is over, Agent. And good luck.
Same to you, Ibarra. DeVries out.
Navigator's warmed up in the cockpit, Commander. Whenever you're ready to fly us in.
Yeah, man. I think we're gonna get mucked over.
You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of our kingdom, and the bedrock upon which our system is built, but even I...
Commander, Abara and I will secure the building down here, while you're upstairs restoring power to the door.
That smell. Did a Sprat get flash fried in here? The electrical system misfired somehow. Security has been triggered. This needs to be dealt with quickly.
Yeah. Expiring without permission.
Commander, we finished our sweep. I'd wager we could use the intercom to call for help, Commander. Must be a guard around here somewhere who can shut the mechs down. Screen's broken, so should be nothing to pass yourself off as one of their own. Always a good idea to have a cover story.
Cadet Warden 4th Class Corbin receiving. It's a glorious day in the Protectorate. How can I serve? Wait a moment. You're calling from landing pad 0-53? That's listed as decommissioned. And yet the defenses have come online? Please be so kind as to inform me of your name and ID number so that I may report you for this infraction. And hurry, please. The transmission of the Sovereign's family's arrival will start any moment. I can scarce afford the demerits missing it would entail. Mallory? Oh, now I understand. I'd heard you were, that your condition wasn't, optimal. What? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but what was it like? The mental refreshment? No! I mean, yes! Of course I would. Willingly. Were I to fail to adequately fulfill my duties to the Sovereign and the Protectorate, I am pleased you have been returned to us as a fully functioning subject. I can't do that. I mean, I would, it's just... You know what, though? In your condition, you're unlikely to even remember this discussion. So it should be of no consequence to me. I will disable the defenses for you, Mallory. But in the off chance you happen to recollect any of this, I beg you never speak of it. And please, do not go around pressing any buttons or fussing with any more whatsits. You wouldn't want to be sent back to... I mean, reassigned.
Reassigned.
Nice. Look how you fooled that guard, Commander. Let's not waste time congratulating ourselves.
What's in the box? Another laying around. Alright.
Commander, the situation is becoming more fluid than I'd originally planned for. We've got to change our approach. Split the team to handle comms and security concurrently.
Good to know DeVries is consistently on edge. Wasn't just me. You'd think she'd never been on a mission before. Everyone knows fluid's about the best you can hope for. Well, sitting here jawing ain't gonna accomplish much. Looks to be central dispatch on the right with security ops on the left. Which you taking, Commander? We'll hit the other. Kinda figured that'd be your choice. Shoot a couple for me, will you? Ibarra and I'll take security ops, then meet you at the skip labs. We'll stay well out of trouble, won't we, Cadet?
That's right. Like you told me, Commander, everyone's well-being depends on our success. If whatever's going on here is as bad as the Chief thinks, then we'll make an end of it.
Right. Well, then, notwithstanding Ibarra's enthusiasm here, or DeVries' concerns over fluidity, I'm fairly certain we've got this under control. Rest easy, Commander.
Dr. Pascal, ma'am, I've been cogitating on how best to gain entry into security ops. You know, nice and quiet like.
Oh, you gonna school me on some of that newfangled academy training of yours? So long as it don't result in us being unceremoniously shot, suppose I could hear you out.
Getting shot's certainly part of it.
Scanning cargo. Dust, 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 dust. Alert.
Drill during Sovereign's family's visit. Surely you don't think it's anything untoward. The surprise appraisal of our competence seems more likely. Scrutiny.
Nothing.
Jepson and I are in position above the sector, Commander. Path's been cleared. Only encountered one guard. He's been dealt with.
You should have seen it. Wasn't pretty.
As long as it was done righteously in the name of the Earth Directorate. Right, Earth Directorate. Right, Sandoval.
I wouldn't stand too close to the airlock when we're back on the ship, Pascal.
Why? Is there something wrong with the airlock?
That's out of the ordinary. Better take a gander. Appreciate grenade away. Ammunition depleted. Explosion imminent.
Okay.
You need to sabotage the transformer to disable the failsafe. This will allow you to open the door and proceed. I left the manual in the locker to your right in case you need it.
Our system is built, but even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent. And remember, failure will be met with severe consequences. Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its basest elements. Dirt on which built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive.
Cocktail
Now
inside.
that that's done, did I forget to mention the alarm? Just ignore it and get to the manual override in the control room as soon as you can.
I have insufficient bits.
Our system is built, but even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent, and remember, failure will be met with severe consequences. Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its basest elements, the dirt on which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive.
Take
Okay.
We're encountering more opposition over here than DeVries said we should. Nothing too serious, but any distraction you can provide would be helpful, Commander.
That structure is only as strong as its basest elements, the dirt on which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the of our system. Sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock of... system is built, but even I can't...
What are you... Blasting Earth Directorate advertising isn't keeping a low profile. Reconvene with your team outside and get to the skip lab as soon as possible.
Give us a minute. Something's not right.
Whoa. Hold on. What's this doing here?
What's that? An explosion?
Avara, Pascal, do you copy? Niles, say something.
What the fuck just happened? I see smoke.
Commander, what do I do? Everything was fine, and then... Oh, I think Pascal's hurt. I called out to her, but...
There is a 90% chance Agent Pascal is trapped under rubble. 87% chance she is mortally wounded beyond help. 85% chance she's deceased.
I don't understand. Everything went bad so fast. But we can't stay here. The mission... We've got to complete the mission. Commander, surely you ain't suggesting I leave one of our own behind? Not after what you told me back on the ship. I mean, Pascal could... She could still be alive. No. You can write me up later. But I ain't leaving here without her.
Issuing urgent reminder. Time is of the essence. Please continue on to the Skip Labs to complete the mission. This unit will assist Agent Ibarra in his endeavors. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Ibarra's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
Commander, guards are closing in on your location. Agent DeVries, we... need an updated tactical report. We've got agents down.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. There's nothing more we can do for them. This doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
Detain any subject failing to comply. Stand by for further instructions.
Minimizing exposure! System needs resilience.
Hey, you there! Come over here at once! Please? What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post? This whole facility gone mad? Something has transpired at Central Dispatch. I've heard gunshots, screams. I fear we may be under attack, but how? This is the Sovereign's Arcadia! What was that broadcast? Seditious madness! I fear I've become a traitor simply by hearing it. Then the explosion! Please, tell me you know what's happening here. By the matriarch, your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom, but you're not Maori, which means I let an unauthorized person into the facility. No. I am ruined. You've played me for a fool, talked me into an action that borders on treason. And now, the price must be paid. I'm a loyal subject, I swear. Why would you do this to me? What? I've never heard anyone else admit to such a thing. You are braver than I. Unfortunately, your actions will have succeeded in calling my fealty into question. Again, it is of no matter. I am certain my own actions would have doomed me within weeks, if not days. The demerits I have accumulated assured my fate long before I encountered you. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away. It is over for me. I need accepted. I know I'm still a loyal subject, even if no one else does. Of what matter is it if I go willingly or not? The fact is that it is unavoidable. My latest perpetual appraisal of purpose was less than adequate. It's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for this are added, maybe I'll be lucky and they'll just execute me instead. What do you mean, help me out? There is no help for me. Petitioning for redress is only admissible in extreme circumstances. Anything else shows a disrespect for the system's purity and perfection. I'm not certain I follow. You're saying you would alter an official report without authorization? To cover my abject failures? I've never heard of such a thing. Why, that could be like having a new start. Wait, what am I saying? I cannot be party to your scheme. I'd be caught for sure. You do that for me? Yes, at once. Glory be to the Protectorate.
Running, running, running.
What is wrong with you? Maybe if you hadn't wasted time announcing to the whole station that the art director was here, Niles wouldn't have been caught in an explosion. You need to stop the tomfoolery, take the lift behind you, and get to me as soon as you can. It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station. on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
Or it is. It'll be tested. It is not our place to question. Johnny Brookin.
Commander, can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab, and DeVries isn't responding to our comms.
In other words, we're trapped out here. So don't count on us for backup. We'll be busy keeping ourselves alive.
Don't worry about us. Just get to DeVries and liberate...
Put me off the screen before an arbiter sees it. Look! Invasive elements! Recharge my weapon! Maintaining perfection! Invasive element! Shelter in the tide. An explosive! Advance!
God damn it.
blast put me off the screen before an Arbiter sees it. Neighbor, edging forward. Target heading to the fore.
Giving chase.
Good.
Boy, damn it! Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. How is it possible you keep stumbling your way through things that would kill a more competent agent, and then emerge unscathed on the other side? It's infuriating. It's an embarrassing miscalculation on my part is what it is. No matter. It's one I'm about to rectify. You think I'd betray you, or the Earth Directorate, or my principals for a handful of bits? There is no betrayal here, though it is understandable someone like you would see it thus. No. The explanation is far more simple. The Grand Plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die. And you along with it. Your righteousness is as unamusing as it is misplaced. I have no expectation to live through this either. I was fond of him too. Saving him would have been preferable were I given the choice. but the plan cares not for our wants. I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the predictions. The mathematical computations involved are very specific. There is no too late. This is happening right on time, as it must. And whether Niles is alive or dead has no bearing on it. Farewell, Commander.
Pretty sick.
The Sovereign's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Directorate agents. Contact with Earth has been low.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Auntie's choice. Greater value for your bid.
Arcadian citizens, we've come to deliver you from oppression.
Title screen. No.
You're not hearing me, Val. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know what usually happens when someone left in suspended animation that long.
Explosive cell death may result from extended periods of suspended animation. Death occurs quickly as the human body rapidly liquefies.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens. I never should have studied. I can't face the commander right now. Not like this. I'll be in the cockpit.
Niles is alive.
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical.
Jesus.
This unit is not programmed to judge the activities of off-duty agents. Survival protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected changes have occurred regarding your abilities, Commander. Acknowledged. Your refusal has been noted in your permanent record, and an automatic grade assigned to your cognitive functions. An event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to liquefy at any point, please notify this unit immediately.
Will do.
Following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleos and Spacer's Choice, The new corporate entity known as Auntie's Choice invaded Arcadia. Auntie's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years. Give or take 7 to 8 years. Correct. At some point in the next decade, the rift will result in the complete annihilation of all life in Arcadia. But currently, it is a low to medium priority concern. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions. Agent DeVries did indeed survive Horizon Point. This was confirmed when she brought down the old Earth Directorate surveillance satellite earlier this month. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. When it fell, it signaled agents across the colony, leading to the discovery of you and Agent DeVries. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. This unit has observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regimen since the satellite was brought down. He is shaving again and routinely changes his clothing. Final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent Ibarra is now a full agent. He is currently in the cockpit. Please extend your congratulations when you see him.
Will do. Good. Space Ranger. Oh. Okay.
reports indicate that lockboxes, such as the two housed in this dispenser, were originally part of a failed smuggling operation. Special lockbox keys are needed to open them. After discovering the first lockbox, Agent Ibarra installed this dispenser to house additional lockboxes, which may be located throughout the colony. Unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized its repair in order to focus on rescuing you, Commander.
Oh, thanks.
Theorizing. Extracting the contents from the first lockbox may disencumber the dispenser, allowing it to return to normal operations. This unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander. Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Anti's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander. An Earth Directorate agent prepares for all eventualities, including but not limited to unpremeditated murder. Additionally, the second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. Upgrades are recommended to improve your experience of Valerie. Agent Ibarra theorizes that some keys may please be on the lookout for any additional lockbox. Congratulations on your acquisition of the dematerializer. The dispenser is now functioning normally. Your ability to conceal homicides has also been increased by 85.9%.
Years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing our whole team. And for what? What did our blood pay for? Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew. You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able. Might be you're giving me more grace than I deserve, but either way, thank you. So then, I gather Val's described our state of affairs?
Confirmed. The Commander has received a full briefing on the following topics: the invasion of Arcadia, the Rift, and Agent DeVries' survival.
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done just that until I got the alert that she brought down the Earth Directorate satellite. If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the Rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her. It'll be an adventure. Funny how often you seem to stumble into those. She's going to ground now, but as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was inserted at the Vox relay station on Paradise Island. She then followed protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts. Thank you, Commander. Means a lot coming from you. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. The Vox is highly restricted and heavily defended. It'd be a death sentence. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. The satellite alert pinged DeVries' tracker in a town, name of Fairfield. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around. Yeah, she's there now, but it seems a better place to start than insulting her Protectorate communications hub. Sooner we get to Paradise Island, the better. Ought to bring Val with us when we leave. She might not look it, but she can be fearsome in a fight.
Error. Currently unable to access customary greeting bank due to routine internal maintenance. How may this unit assist you, Commander? Affirmative. Engaging standby.
away from crabs. Run, 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 run.
Oh, Lucy. What am I don't suppose you know anything about crabble medicine, do you? So, it seems as though the issue ultimately boils down to two words. Purpleberry crunch. Yeah. I brought a box from that fancy new shop in town, and Lucy... Oh, this is Lucy, by the way. Little Lucy became fully frantic when she smelled it, so I figured it couldn't hurt. The box says they're packed with healthy preservatives, so it's gotta be good for you, right? But I guess I was wrong. Now she won't get up. And these crabbles, they mean the world to us. We raised them from hatchlings, and I'll be broken if Lucy dies because of me. Any help you can offer is more than I've been able to do for her so far. She looks fine. I can hardly believe my lamps. Looks like she's feeling much better. And I think she's taken a liking to you. Good luck shaking her off you now. Once they're smitten, they try and stick to you like a canid. Now, I don't have too many bits to pay you with, but this'll unlock that old safe in the house. It wasn't mine to begin with, so you're welcome to anything in it.
Nice. Keep exploring. Really? Come on. That's where I was supposed to go.
Must be from that ship on the landing pad.
Whoa there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a yay-saying protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all. Huh. Really? Everyone knows we're cultivating our sprat population for a new deep-fried snack line. So I refuse to fall for such a ham-handed attempt at dissemblance. Look, we're Auntie's Choice. Lying's fine. We downright admire it even, if you pull it off. Next time, try a little harder. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way. Before I forget, I have standing orders to send all newcomers to Minister Milver Street. He's in the town. Once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc. I'll be over here. Definitely not in excruciating pain.
Standard sanitation tax. All other bodily excretion. We are currently experiencing longer than normal wait.
Don't mean to sound unsociable, but you might not want to stand so close. The bleeding ain't contagious, but it ain't slowed much neither. I'd hate to bleed all over you. Wouldn't mind conversating a bit, though. Anything to take my mind off the pain. Oh, it stings. I was on sentry duty, bravely surveying our perimeter for threats, when a Protectorate drone attacked out of nowhere. Third time in as many days. I returned fire like it was a cereal. Bang, bang, bang! Pew, pew, pew! Oh, not excessively, of course. Don't want Auntie taking that extra ammunition out of my paycheck. Again, it was all going fine until the damn thing blasts me while I'm reloading. Mighty uncourteous, you ask me. Trooper Faulkner happened upon the scene just then and dispatched the drone before it could finish me off. No idea where these drones are coming from, but Faulkner's been having a time of it lately. As for the rest of these fine folk, they were attacked by Protectorate while defending the forward operating base. Imagine the base is probably hurting for warm bodies just now. Can't imagine they'd turn down help from anyone who knows how to handle. The FOB's our main line of defense. The only thing stopping the man in charge, Commander Torres, is a legend. Rumor has it his troopers are relentless, fighting through wounds that would kill most. What I wouldn't give to join his outfit. Playing it safe doesn't amount to much, but maybe you're right. Probably it's all a moot point till I can get this arm of mine mended. Poor Doc Barnes. I suppose it could be worse. At least Command's not throwing us at that relay station. Can't imagine the casualties he'd be dealing with then, given all its defenses. I don't know. You some kind of doctor type? I hate to stifle your curiosity, but I'm not looking to become an don't sweat it none. Auntie's Choice advocates for self-reliability anyway. Can't go around expecting other people. Anyway, thanks for stopping to chat.
I must ask you to hold still.
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a private consultation.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this talk? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. A kind, if naive offer. Unless you have thousands of bits to burn, any amount you could provide would be a drop in the tank at best.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a...
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway. It would be inappropriate to hazard a guess on the exact percentage, but be assured I've reduced the margin of error significantly over the years. Spoken like a true fan of sepsis. However, you're not the one going under the knife, so I hardly see how it concerns you.
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see.
Our target audience here is people who want to forget their... Welcome to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger? Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between them Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Antes employees carping about work and any particular topic you have in mind? Oh, Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a Raptidon. Ain't one of them falsely. Shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt and murderous. To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption. Vox Station's run by a brigadier by the name of Montelli. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and... Tell you one thing you can't avoid, the bridge. You know what? We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it. You're asking me for the particulars of a high level... They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. My pleasure. Got anything for me in return? Of course I know that. We all do. Just trying to make some bits while I can, you know? Besides, some say it's decades. Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but... oh well. Not everyone's a seasoned rep. All right.
Oh, it must be one of my copious direct reports. Rest assured, time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Many thanks for the validation. I don't suppose you can spread the word of this meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, the excessively, I fear I'm not cut out for this, canid, eat canid lifestyle. Seems the only way to flourish is never picked up those skills in my 50 years as Fairfield's drone operator. Pity they didn't keep me on there. I was quite skilled at it.
Never catch a break. Finally find a way to get ahead. And this... Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? So you can understand I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal, and it's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for why the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. Wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike. While exploring facilities to the north, my partner couldn't or wouldn't go into details, but he promised every household would want one, that it'd revolutionize the daily life of typical research type, focused on all the wrong things. Pitched him the dumbest deal I could think of. Told him I'd trade him my entire tossball card collection for complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie card isn't even ultra fine. Got a piece of nicotine chewing gum stuck to it. Opportunistically leveraging difficult predicaments. That's the Auntie's Choice way. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you. Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at... He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics. Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the compatible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation? It could be anything. If Jackson's all fired up about it... All right, then. Don't let...
Store this stuff? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammunition, too. Honestly, Kemp, ain't that much of a mystery.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to swim in.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold sites. These Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. Like I told you before, it's probably just guns.
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
I'd love to see the quartermaster's face after turning her lamps onto the...
Fine. Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead. Oh, bet that could plow through the door.
Blowtorch.
Hand crank.
Electric saw.
Oh, and there was that attempt with the automech. Wonder if they ever got it walking again.
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war. And hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority. In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders. Right now, when Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready. Right. With all our new trainees, we've got the numbers. But bodies...
If there are any weapons at all.
You've made your case, Kemp. I'm more interested in hearing the opinion of our new friend here. What do you suppose is in there?
Don't that strike you as a touch simple? And anyway, unless they were trying to keep it from...
I don't see it mattering much either way. That door is sealed tighter than a salt tuna can. Nobody's getting through, and you sound like you've got something percolating.
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of you dark marketers today.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here? Has nothing to do with my current and very temporary shortage of funds.
Welcome, welcome. See any... Well, if it isn't a new face in Fairfield. What I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 10% more flavor. Or was it crunch? Now, there's a stumper. I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, let's try this again. Welcome to More Perfect Goods. Like they say, a bit spent today. Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation with each unauthorized...
Yes, but you must understand the
Burton, like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to Dent.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldier...
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those.
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both...
Yeah.
Good. See that it is... And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spine. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only forbade, but which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of me. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milverstreet, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs? I say, anyone can be an ally, even a supposed enemy. Oh, I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now at the... But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island? I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw... The record room is in this building. You have my... But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Share them with me. Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing. But for each moment I remain inactive, the Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to the Ministry of Accuracy. Contains vital information about the process. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst. Yes, one additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimation.
You there. Still got work if you're looking. Didn't catch a look at your uniform before. Oh, the reaching arm of the Earth Directorate, wagging its fingers and snagging our pocketbooks. Hope you won't be a problem. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Let no one say I can't be official when Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose. The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction? I could just have my troops Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding. Unusual refers to every turncoat and is not a halfway strong enough phrase. Don't know if there's a DeVries here. Not my department. Milverstreet, why are you looking for them? Who are they to you? So happens that I know the feeling from the receiving end. Romance is a transaction, same as anything. If the deal's no good anymore, walk. And if someone tries to cheat you, make them regret it. I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war, name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its boot. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you. Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. But he wouldn't have. Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me. Certainly could. I wouldn't shed a tear on behalf of those drones, but the Protectorate is used to losing its people. The repair center itself needs to be permanently put out of commission. Anything else is temporary. Competence recognizes competence. One last thing. Visit the Ministry of Accuracy first to gain credentials that will grant you
Commander, your munition supplies are low. It is best we discuss acquiring more ammunition when we are next traveling together.
This paradigm of yours, or sovereign, or whatever, does it really provide everything you want?
We are provided everything we need, not everything we want.
There's a difference?
You need what you need, but you don't need what you want. I suppose it's a subtle distinction.
Trust me. Choice rat crisp. No way you need just 100.
This Moon Man character of yours, is he some kind of...
I'm simply not credulous. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time. I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes breaking my back trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? Well, I've got a lot left to do.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just... Heavens to Auntie, you scared the living daylight. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. You know, you might be right. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Sure as I am, there's a fine tale to be told. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse late. Figured it happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, might. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars, yet. But it's one theory. I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene.
It was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays. Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more. If you are conniving for some concession of weakness, you will...
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
The more I listen to invaders blathering, the more convinced I become of the need...
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead. This was always going to end in blood.
this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish. I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish. She was. Yeah. Oh, that feels good to say aloud. Romantic entanglements ain't exactly encouraged between troopers, especially in the same division. But I digress. Thanks for your help, and for listening to my languishments. Glad someone...
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me. Though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. and I am the only one in a position to act upon it, though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
Pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a G. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take part. I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort. And with avoiding Carr. If you too have spotted the chasm between them, I fear the Protectorate have... I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner. The fact is that those two never got along particularly well. Even one wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, then her hands will be tied no longer. I suppose I can find relief in that. But I have come to believe there may only be one way to truly defeat an enemy such as the Very well. I ought to focus more on my work than on... I work directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild raptidons. It's most agreeable. Trust me, they are safer here than out in the wilds. They would not be here if this experiment was still causing...
Keep them coming. I can do this all day. That's the third drone in as many days. Where are the void damn things coming from? Not likely. I've been keeping my lamps open for these, but thanks for the concern all the same.
Of course, we could have staunched the flow of drones by now if Officer Carr dispatched another patrol, as I requested, but no such luck.
That was a nasty one. I do hope he's on the mend now. Erickson's a fine fellow, if a rather poor shot. He told you about that? That blasted, well-meaning gas bag. Now I gotta ask him to strike my involvement. You see, I, wasn't exactly authorized to be shoring up other patrols on the perimeter. In fact, I might have been specific... Thanks. Well, at least some people in this unit still understand the concept. Trouble is, it's only a matter of time before these Protectorate drones... If you're keen on lending a hand, Bounty Terminal... Carr doesn't trust me with that kind of work anymore. Not after my last performance review. So I guess we're trusting in degenerate bounty hunters now. You watch out for those airborne bastards. Really wish I could give those drones a piece of my mind. Go out there and do what I can't. Show that Bounty Terminal...
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
So many rumors flying around about the rifts. The lab coats can't figure them out. They're becoming unstable.
Ask them defectors if they miss anything about Protectorate life.
10 bits, they said community.
Yep. Community. We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you? Thank the matriarch. It's about time someone did. Do you know what happened to her that caused her such anguish it drove her to her present course of action? I wish I knew. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. That's when things became... She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just
too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger end, but you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to him. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. We became friends when she... well, she saved me. I'd said something. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could. It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question what... Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. I did try to, after the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. Now that I know what I do, I no longer consider myself such. I mean, I even broke into her safe. She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope. That's all I can...
Slow down. Schultz went where? Schultz! Anyone got lamps on Schultz? Anyone? Did I not make clear our orders to hold the line here
I'm afraid there's more bad news, Commander.
Would that he'd done her more good. Seems you there. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse. You have have some brass sauntering into my base. Whatever your purpose, I feel a contractual obligation to warn you against setting a heel past this base. No Antes forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders are to sit and mind the store for as long as need be. First Officer Schultz's decision to enter the minefield was not sanctioned. Schultz was a good soldier. Admirable sense of duty. By steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall any retribution the Protectorate would seek to inflict upon Fairfield. And we will continue. So I'd thank you to affix some ballast to... Scrabbles has been integral to this unit's success for years. Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Alas, even Scrabble's power has limits. Still would help I'll pardon your skepticism given your lack of acquaintance, and say only this. Before you depart, a final word. Stay out.
Don't get any closer to it. Void-brained idiot. Put down the bottle and stop doing stupid shit. Get away from there.
Quit your worrying. Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Gary! No! What am I gonna tell the commander?
Oh, what's this? Non-protect. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came. Well, that all sounds rather exciting. Like something out of an Aether. Most in the Protectorate don't know what the Earth Directorate is, you know. You travel freely. I'll forgo appealing to your sense of duty, as those outside the Protectorate lack such motivating principles. I presume in my role, I compile material providing special. During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old office. Among them, a series which took considerable time to assemble. Oh, to the point then. A full set of science Once you have one of the 10 periodicals in hand, I will trade you for rarity. May safety, amity, and ease be yours.
No, Jackson, don't!
Don't fret. With these boots, I can fly!
Jackson, you're too young to be a crater in the dirt! Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate an Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce
Demotion.
No. Now cease your... Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall? He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allow the user to jump repeatedly. Unless their downward velocity is too great. If so, well, not nearly as upset. We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears. I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined us shortly after Auntie...
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder. It's just impossible to cog. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machine.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to...
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drum.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our 2 former cohorts.
Exactly! Because he had no idea how science works and thought the word thrusters meant he could fly. They're experimental. We'd not laid eyes on them before. If you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they could give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a... What? But that doesn't make any... Look, are you gonna help us or not?
Thank the Sovereign... thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating...
our skies. I have directed our efforts toward undoing the personal tragedy that befell your esteemed sovereign years ago. And I am pleased to report that we are on the cusp of a breakthrough. Cherished Arcadians, I am well aware of how much my happening will cherished Arcadians, I am well aware of how much my happiness.
Bandages and burn tinctures. If you don't have that drive overloader, ascending may be a waste.
That's it? It was that easy? That was some impressive climbing. Poor Jackson could have learned a thing or two from you. Starting with the right direction to jump, I suppose. Wonderful. Get us down, and I'll happily compensate.
We've certainly found our way into a most harrowing circumstance, At least I'm glad I'm not. He hadn't been here terribly long, so we weren't particularly familiar. Like me, he was also former protectorate, but he was not raised in fair. Still, he seemed like a friendly, kind sort. Please do.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped...
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
What do you mean, You're already getting our urgently improvised extortive rate. Oh, that. Of course, that's why you deserve extra. Apologies for forgetting. I was overcome with relief. Here's what I would have paid already, with a little extra on top.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these Protectorate of... I've been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news. Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in the Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced Protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily... personal thrusters? No one would ever want such preposterous things. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion. You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas.